So, hi, today's topic is how to say kanji, how to make memorizing them easier and more fun. Because without kanjis, you basically cannot read anything. Like, you can read some books for kids that has furigan in it, but that's all. That's all, and you cannot, at some point your progress is gonna slow down. You won't be able to read any symbols, any characters. In your textbooks you will have to translate everything, which is gonna be so annoying that you're probably gonna give up. So the thing is, not getting to the point of giving up, just getting those kanjis and studying them as you go. I myself am guilty of ignoring kanjis for the longest time I could. I've ignored them for the whole N5 level. I've ignored them for almost whole N4 level. The first time when I did study and thinking about studying kanjis was when I went into a monthly course to Tokyo, Japan, which was my school was in Shibuya. It was cool. I don't know how to write the kanji for Shibuya, but if I see the kanji for Shibuya, I'm like, that's it. So how did I study the kanjis? Because when I went, I knew almost none. I had to learn them really fast. In this school, there was those kind of extra classes. For me, I went into a listening one, but my friend went into a kanji one. And what she told me they were using was this book, NIHONGO challenge, which really saved me, actually. It has all the important kanjis for N5 and N4 level, so I could go fast for N5 level because I knew kanjis for numbers naka, shita, owa, kodomo, shoujo, te, ashi. But there were some kanjis that I didn't know how to write, which were ushiro. I knew how to read ushiro, but I wasn't able to write it. And what I love about this book are the fact that they have a lot of mnemonics. I'm gonna insert that picture here. So they have a lot of mnemonics, and you're basically studying through pictures. Those little pictures are also making mini stories. So what I think is the most important while studying kanjis is you have to look at them closely. Take them apart. In the beginning, of course, you're not gonna take apart kanjis for 1, 2, 3. But when you go through all those basic kanjis, you just have to take apart those a little bit more complicated. You can, for example, see other kanjis in them. For example, you have kanji for ki, and then you have kanji for hon, which are very similar. They just have this one difference. Or for example, a kanji for big, kanji for fat, kanji for inu, kanji for a dog. And they are really, really similar. You just have to memorize what this little difference between them, and you can go, 3 kanjis. If you know the kanji for ki for tree, then you have 2 trees, then it's a little forest, and then you have 3 trees, which is a kanji for mori, for forest, actual forest. So you can actually memorize 1 tree is just a tree, 2 trees are a little forest, and if you have 3 trees, then it's a whole forest of trees. So you can memorize kanjis like this. Also, guys, learn the radicals. I wish I knew about radicals in the beginning. So radicals are basically those basic kanjis that were made into parts of other kanjis. For example, you have the radical for water, which is from the kanji mizu. This radical can actually indicate what is the kanji about. For example, the radical for water can be found in kanjis like omi, mizumi, namida, naku. Or for example, the radical for this one, I just remember it as grass, but it's for plants or this stuff. And you have this radical in kanji for actual grass, and the kanji for kusuri, which is a medicine. So you have tanoshi under this grass thing, so it's a medicine, grass that makes you happy because you're not sick anymore. You have a lot of radicals like this, so if you learn the meanings of those radicals, it will be easier for you to learn like more kanjis later, because you'll be like, oh, there's water in it, so maybe it's something related to water. Oh, there's grass in it, so maybe it's something related to some kind of plant or something like this. And as I said earlier, guys, make stories out of the kanjis. If you look at kanjis like ski, you have kanji for woman, you have a kanji for a child. If you connect those two, you have a woman and a child. And if you think about a woman and a child, what can you think about? Like, a woman loves her child, so you have the kanji for ski, which means liking something. 私は本が好き。私はあなたが大好き。So for example, it's this feeling of like affection for that other person, for this thing. And this is the thing that a mother feels for its child. So the kanji for this affection is mother and a child, and this is how you can remember this kanji. And like, if you're saying vocabulary for words that are made from more than one kanjis, if you already know that, or if you don't know the kanjis, then just check the kanjis this word is made from. It will be easier to understand. For example, if you look at the words like saiko and saite, they both have the kanji from motomo, which means the most. For saiko, you have the most, and takai, which is high. So the most highest thing is the best thing. Or for example, saite. If you look at the saite, you have motomo, the most, and hikui, which means the lowest. The most lowest thing is the worst thing. It's saite. So you can remember it this way. If you remember already some kanjis, basic kanjis that are like for, I think N4, I'm not sure, then, you know, if you learn this one more kanji like motomo, then you can like add the motomo before, and you have saiko, saite, sai. And usually the words that begin with this kanji sai, they will be the most extreme ones. So you already know that if you see sai, then you're like, oh, it's something extreme, it's something like the most. So you already have like a little hint of the meaning of the word or the kanji. And of course, you have to write them down. You don't have to like be able to write everything down. For some kanjis, I can read them. I've never really written them down, but actually after some time, like reading them again and again and again, I was able to write them because I memorized all the strokes in the kanji and I already knew how to write them. For example, I've never learned the way how to write the kanji for aishiteru, but the kanji for aishiteru is in the word for kawaii. Is nan and kawaii, and nan and I is kawaii. So I've actually memorized how the kanji for I looks like, and at some point I was like, I think it looks like this. And then I checked it and I was right. The same with the kanji for ochiru, which is the kanji for like falling down. I didn't know how to write them, but I've seen it repeatedly, and at some point I was like, maybe it's like this. And then I've checked and I was right. So you don't actually have to memorize, like be able to write it straight ahead. Just like go for it. At some point, like if you read it again and again and again and again, like the best thing is like learning through repetition. You'll be able to write it, you'll be able to memorize it, but I would say that in the beginning you should write them down, so you will actually feel more confident and comfortable with writing those symbols. As we say in Polish, praktyka czyni mistrza, which means the more you practice, the better you're gonna be at this thing. For me, I usually just write my kanjis in Quizlet. I'm not saying kanjis so much as I'm saying the whole like words with kanjis in it. If I'm gonna tell the truth, guys, it's a lot better not to say all the readings, just like all the kunyomi and onyomi of the kanji. Just learn the word. Just learn the word with that particle like spelling of the kanjis, and through that time you're gonna learn more words that have different spelling of the kanji. You're gonna actually learn all of them at some point. For example, you have iku, the kanji for going, and you can read it as iku or okunao. And for the longest time, I didn't know about the okunao, but at some point I just learned about the okunao, and now I know. this one kanji can be read in those two different ways. For me, on my N5 and N4 level, I didn't need to know how to read okonao because I don't know, I've never seen it. So guys, don't overdo it, don't learn all the spellings. Just the one you need, and with time you're gonna learn more vocab and you're gonna learn more spellings of that particle one kanji. And also guys, write in the comments which way of saying kanjis you like the most, or what do you like about kanjis. For me, it's like making stories, because now I really like kanjis. I kind of feel like studying them more. Like, because right now I'm only studying kanjis from my vocab book, which I have those two. But right now I'm using this one. I was using this one, but I don't know why I got bored of it, so I just switched to this one. I actually buy this one because I forgot I got this one already, so I have two. I forgot. It's my mistake. I don't know, I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna sell one of those. Probably this one. I like this one more. I don't know why. This is more about reading and this is more about remembering how the kanji looks like. This is the difference inside, so you guys know. So hi guys, I've lost my outro. I don't know how, I don't know if I deleted it or what did I do with it, but it's gone. So this is the new outro. I hope you guys liked the video. I know it was kind of chaotic, but it's just the way I talk and I just cannot speak with a script. Maybe I should teach myself, but in the future maybe. So write down in the comments how did you like it, what do you want the next video to be about, or what do you want me to talk about in the future. It will be a really helpful thing for me. And we will meet on Instagram. Mirai desu. Mata ne.